In this video, I'm going to show you the customization options that are available in OpenFloorPlan. We're going to go to the dashboard of our OpenFloorPlan site, and the first thing we're going to look at is the theme settings. Now, the theme settings are what you have to put in order to have your social media links. Let's go back to the front. Your social media links and your phone number. Let's go down to the bottom. Email, address. You can pull those in with short codes as long as you put this in your theme settings. So let's go back to our dashboard. We're going to go to Equity menu. We're going to select Theme Settings. And this is where you put in the URL for your social media links. So say if you have a Facebook page, you put in the URL for your Facebook page. And the same with Twitter, LinkedIn, Google+, YouTube, Pinterest, and Instagram. You put in your address here in this field, and then you can pull it in with the address shortcode. Okay, and you put in your phone number here with area code. For the US, put in a 1. If you're in a different country, put in your country code there. And then you put in your email. Okay, now we're going to go down and we're going to go to the header and footer scripts area. If you have Google Analytics you need to put in, you can go ahead and drop it in here, and this will put it in the heading on all your pages of your site so that you have analytics, and you just paste that code right here in your theme settings, and then you save those settings. Okay, and now we're going to go to the footer. Now you have some options for the footer, and this is this area down here. So let's go to Equity, Footer, and you have the footer left area, the footer right area, and a disclaimer area. Now in footer left we have some short codes you can use. You can put in footer copyright, and I believe this is, if you go to the theme documentation, I'm going to change tabs here to the theme documentation. Let's go up at the top. On the theme documentation, if you go to the customization and scroll down here to the bottom, you'll see we have listed the short codes you can use in that footer section. The footer copyright, which will pull in that copyright information, and a login logout link. So let's go back to the front of our site, and you'll see we've got the login logout link here on the right and the copyright information here on the left. And this is where you add those here. It's under Equity Footer. Here's the footer left, footer right. Now that disclaimer area at the very bottom, you can put your disclaimer there. We've also got some property icon shortcodes in here that we're using. And if you want to look at the property icons, that's listed under the shortcodes in the theme documentation for using those property icons. So once you put that in, you save your settings, and that will show up in that very bottom footer left, right, and the disclaimer area. Now for the customization options for the theme itself, you go to Appearance, go to the Appearance menu, and select Customize. And there are a number of options here you can use for customizing your theme. Now the first one is Site Title and Tagline. By default it's pulling in what you put into your WordPress settings, but you can change it here. You also have the option of using a logo. If you want to use a custom image instead, use a logo instead of the text. Click on Custom Image, and then click down here to select an image. Let's see if we got something on Media Library we can use. Okay, let's go ahead and try this logo here. There we go. So we can actually change that to display a logo image instead. So let's go ahead and save that and close it real quick. And look at the front of our site. And you'll see now we've got a logo there instead of that plain text. So this is where you would add that logo to replace the text on the front of your site. Now your next customization option is the navigation. You can select a menu to use for your navigation menu. You can also do it under appearance menus, or you can set it right here. The same is true for widgets. You can go to appearance widgets and set up your widgets there, or you can do it right here in the customization options. Preset colors. Blue is the default color, but you can change to one of our other preset colors. We have a green, a red, a tan, a gray, or you can use our customizer to select any color. But for an easy change, if you want to just say change it to red, you'll see there's the red. If you wanted something brighter, you can do the custom colors. So I can select use customizer and go to custom colors. Let's change our primary color to red here. And let's change this to red here. So see, you can change it to any other color that's not in the preset color. And some people like brighter colors than what the default colors are for our color options. Or maybe you're trying to match your logo colors. You can do that here in the customizer. Okay, now the home background image. You'll see that there's a background image underneath these featured listings here. You can change that image here under background image. You just click on it and select another image that you want to use. It gives you an optimum size to use, 1200 by 800. Okay, footer widgets. Now default number of widget areas is 3, but you can actually change that. If you want more widget areas, you can change it to 4 and automatically add a 4th widget area and space those out evenly. Maybe you want no footer widgets, or maybe you only want one big one that you can put a lot of text in. You can change the number of those footer widgets, which are these widgets here. Like I said, by default there's 3. Site layout. By default, the site is laid out with the content on the left and the default sidebar on the right for all your interior pages, but you can change that. If you want your sidebar on the left, you can change it, or if you want no sidebar, you can select full width so all your pages have no sidebar on them. Comments and trackbacks. Do you want to allow comments on posts? Do you want to allow comments on pages? Do you want to enable trackbacks on posts or trackbacks on pages? You can check those or uncheck them. Normally you would only want comments on posts and not on your pages. So you will probably want to enable comments and trackbacks just for your post. Content archives. This is for like your blog page. When it shows your blog post, do you want to display the full post on that page? Or do you want to just show an excerpt and then they have to click the link to see the full post? So you can set that there, and whether you want to show the featured image for that post, whether you want the large image or you want a small thumbnail. If you want a small thumbnail, do you want it to the left or to the right of the content? And what kind of navigation do you want on your blog page? Do you want your blog page is numbered 1, 2, 3, 4 and they navigate that way? Or do you want to use the previous next, where you go to previous post, next post? And last but not least, we have reset customizations. If you made some changes and you kind of screwed it up a little bit and you want to go back and start over, just check this box and click Save and Publish, and it will remove all your customizations. So let's go back to our site. And you'll see it removed all my customizations. It took off the logo, reset it back to the default color, set everything back to the defaults. So that's how you use the customization options in the Open Floor Plan theme.